Hello and welcome. I'm Claire Jones, and this is Shaky Scissors, a channel completely dedicated and designed to help with stress, anxiety, and well-being within the salon. I hope you really enjoyed my last video. If you enjoy this one as well, please give a thumbs up, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. That would be great. So in my last video, I talked about 5 points, 5 ways that we could deal with stress and anxiety within the salon. And what I want to do in this video is to just go more in depth with the points. So I'm going to go in depth today with the first point, which was to accept that you're feeling anxious. And this, like I said in the last video, was very, very hard for me to do. I took so long to accept that I even, that I had any issues, and it really is exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. And the reason I would sort of bat it off and not accept it, because I felt like I was failing. And although I do suffer with anxiety and depression, I'm actually a very driven person. So for me to actually accept that I wasn't coping as such, or I was feeling this horrible feeling, I felt like I was completely failing, or you get that voice and you're not good enough, or it's all these not very nice things that are circling in your head, and it really did stop me from getting help for such a long time. And what I wanted to really, really point out is the fact that actually once I had accepted it, um, I actually felt quite empowered. And yeah, it's still, it's not automatically, oh yeah, I feel okay now and move on with the rest of your life. It's not, I don't mean that at all. But because once you accept it, you can start exploring, why you feel like that. Where's it come from? What's causing it? You can get to the root of the issue, or you can at least start to get to the root of the issue, and you sort of feel empowered then, because it's sort of taking back a bit of control, um, which is a positive feeling. You don't feel so helpless, and so that's why it's really, really important to accept the emotion that you're feeling. And that emotion as well might just be something little, it's not necessarily about really bad anxiety or really bad depression or anything like that. That's just how I was, because I'd got to that point. This could be where you're just feeling really nervous about a job that you've got coming up, and when you try and constantly bat something off all the time, it tends to come back a hell of a lot stronger. It's like when somebody says to you, right, don't look over there now, but such a body's there with such a body, and the minute they say that, you can't help it. You've got to look. You can't not look, because you need to know, and it's that type of thing. Or if somebody says to you, for instance, don't think about a white polar bear, and a white polar bear will pop up in your mind, because that's just how we react. And so what I'm trying to say is, obviously, trying to pretend and not think about anxiety, and not think that you're nervous, or not think that you're feeling, low confidence, will just probably make the problem bigger. So once we accept that we're feeling like that, whatever it is that negative feeling is, once you accept that, you can explore it as to why it's there. Well, hang on a minute, actually, let's have a minute. I do feel like this. Let's look at why I feel like this. What has caused this feeling? Has it come from somewhere? Has somebody said something? Has something happened? You can look for a trigger. And even even if you can't work that out yourself, you can then at least get the help, like professional help, like I did, to help you figure that out, and that, that is, that's what I did, and that's the key to it. And like I say, this isn't a replacement for any of those things. It's it's using tools to help you get back to you as quickly as you can when these episodes occur. And that's what it is. So yeah, acceptance, it actually is, like I say, it's very empowering in the end. And once you get to that point, you really will be surprised at the changes and the doors that it opens for you. And yeah, it won't be overnight, it won't be overnight, but it's a start, and everybody's got to start somewhere, and that's where I started, and that's what put me on this amazing journey myself. So I've actually got quite a lot to be thankful for when I did accept it. And once you get to a point where you start feeling better, you'll really wish that you'd have done it so much sooner. You really, really will. So I really hope you've had a bit more insight to that first point. And if it's helped you, I'd love some feedback. I'd leave a comment. And I am going to be going over the other points as the weeks go on. So I really hope you've enjoyed today. And I shall see you next time. I'm Claire Jones, and this is Shaky Scissors, and thank you very much.